coming down.
Does he have it?
Medeiros is going to get it.
They're going to toss it. They haven't got it.
He's on the outside line though, going into the fastest corner on the circuit. Surely this can't work.
Dominic Ligner has got a sensational run outside line now though for the heavy braking zone. Around the outside goes the Audi R8.
Look how much Miller's caught back into play. Exactly, Miller's just like trouble. He's not on second and change. All of a sudden, Miller's back in play.
Can Barry do it? Big Barry's going to do it. Big Barry!
Good evening and welcome to the PCUP Challenge America's Round 5, live from Spa-Francorchamps. I'm James Parfitt, going to be here guiding you through all the action with Dean Biggles this evening as well. Track length current 6.93 kilometres, 19 turns on track, including the bus stop right at the end, and set in Francorchamps in Belgium. We're just about to go into qualifying, and then we're going to be kicking it off with Heat 1, 15 minutes, and then a 30-minute feature race there as well. So stay tuned for that one because it's going to be absolutely amazing. Let's bring Biggles into the booth. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm fantastic, of course. For more racing, of course, the Porsche Cup Series, James, it is 7,003 meters. I measured it. I took out one of those little wheelie walkers there and took it. It's a short, but I guarantee one, it's a short 701 meter run down to La Source, of course, to turn one, as those drivers will make their way up through Eau Rouge, of course, which means the Red River here in Spa, where mainly all Belgians live inside the country, live in cities outside in the countryside. It's castles, and it's a holiday retreat. 3 official languages: Belgium, Dutch, French. 4 actually. Dutch, French, and German, including Belgium. Class that one. But yes, what a track, James. What a track. This is one that drivers want to conquer. Can they conquer it?
Well, that will be the question, to see if they can or not. It is a difficult circuit as well, and don't forget, last time out in Zolder, it was Zander Reed taking both races here as well, and to the overall victory. And you got to admit, Zolder was quite good. I really enjoyed Zolder, and it's surprising considering I'm not a lover of the circuit. I think that was the thing for me. But the fact that, you know, we had Zander Reed literally just walk away with it as well was absolutely incredible. But we are in qualifying now. We do have cars out on track currently at this moment in time. So stay tuned for this one as we're going to get underway very, very shortly with everybody. Don't forget, it's a long old lap here. Time's around about 2:20 in the clock at the moment as well. So sit back, enjoy, get a drink, get some popcorn, and welcome in as well. Sorryman as Go Pepto, he said as well. And don't forget, guys, subscribe, turn on the bells, and give the video a big old thumbs up because it will be greatly appreciated. We are going to be getting about, this is the interesting thing with Spa, right? We've set Qualy at about 8 minutes. They're literally going to get one out lap at 2 minutes, one fast lap at about two minutes, and then maybe another go if they're out on track quick.
Yeah, well, it's because it's a long, long circuit, of course. It's the longest in the Formula One calendar. We've got the Porsche Cups around here that go even slower. Yeah, exactly. It's a mighty, and we spoke about this, I believe, yesterday, James. You can rain on one end of the track and not rain on the other. Unfortunately, in iRacing, once again, we're not going to get that rain, but it's, yeah, this is going to be hooking up the perfect 7 kilometer lap, or once again 6.9 point whatever. Either way, it's long, and you got to survive, of course. La Source, Eau Rouge, Radion, Lacombe, Brussels, or Bruxelles, of course. No name if you want to have a no name. Speaker's Corner, Jackie, Pouon. Get all those nailed perfectly there and get yourself a qualifying, because this is a stacked grid there, James, of the AM and Pro classes.
Yeah, it is, and I think that's going to be the interesting thing. We got 18 pros on track at the moment, and one of them is your double winner, Zander Reed, of course, from Zolder. It's going to be an interesting one. I think this run up through La Source, up through Eau Rouge and Radion, is going to be the two things. Either a full-on, you know, they're going to get through cleanly, or it's not going to go so well. You know, these cars have got nothing on them, and if they go down on cold tyres and go out up through there at full pelt, it's all going to go wrong. It will go absolutely wrong.
Can always go pearl-shaped, of course. It's good to see. Riding on board with Mr. Reed, I believe, and you're going to get it there now. There's Eden Young going a little bit of a purple sector there, James. I think let's divide this one up again to, what are we looking at, 6 to 7 sectors? Of course, this is the one you could divide up into 6 or 7 sectors compared to the race that we did the other day here on the JPB network for another. That was for the, that's right, for the Formula One, the W12s. Yeah, they split that one up as well. This track, of course, would be good to split up, and so many liveries to look through. We got a strength of field where we got drivers for about 5K, just shy of 5K, all the way down to under a K. So, and once again, the I rating just kind of represents some sort of like, yeah, kind of like your average at school, isn't it? But doesn't mean that you excel or not at certain tracks and in certain circumstances and cars and all that sort of jazz. It's just like the law of averages per se.
Yeah, it is as well. And that's the interesting thing. The strength of fields are at the top of your screen currently at the moment as well. Pros is 3.2k, AMS is 1.9. The scores are going to be coming in, and the times will start coming in on your screen very, very shortly. As we can see, Aiden Young there do a 2:19.07. So let's see how it all pans out. Alex Witt on a 2:20.269. Fenelon Rodriguez currently at this moment in time is sitting currently, well, he was in first, Rob Rodriguez. He's now in second in the AMS. Jonathan Deckershire there is taking the lead in the AMS currently at the moment. So we'll give it a minute, let it settle down, and then we'll bring you an up-to-date score timetable really when they're all done, because Alexandra is here as well. He's just about, I've got this funny feeling, oh, he's gone second on a 2:18.62. 100th of a second behind Xander Reed. Xander on a 2:18.614, Xander on a 2:18.615. So there we go. It's going to be a close one, I think. And we'll see how these guys get on. But who knows? It is Spa, Biggles. It is a difficult circuit. And some of these are going to be, well, trying to survive, I think would be the word.
Driving to survive. Yep, exactly. Forget your Netflix at the moment. Cancel that Netflix subscription. You don't have to worry about anything for Drive to Survive for some time, but you do have to worry about Driving to Survive right now in Spa, as you mentioned, and certainly with give or take, what are we looking at about, James? 30 odd drivers on the track, so it will certainly get very, very busy. Xander Reed back doing what Xander Reed does best, putting this car on the top of the timesheets with a 2:18.61, and as you mentioned, Alex just shy of that one by about the thin of a piece of paper of the notes that we have in front of us there, James, and separating them. And of course, Aiden Young, the man that fiercely forward team bring me into the racing league, of course, so I have to shout out Aiden for that one, in currently 3rd place.
Yeah, Shannon Moffrell has just gone 5th overall. The first in the AMS there. Shannon currently sitting in 5th place. So that's going to be an interesting one to see how that one pans out with him. We've currently got 39 drivers on your screen in the session. So it's going to be 39 drivers in the race. And, well, I don't know how it's all going to work, to be honest. 39 cars.
We know about your blue flag scenario there, James. That's going to be interesting. But remember, we are on the same class. Well, 2 classes, of course, AM, but same car. You're not going to have LMP2s and GT3s and that sort of jazz. But you will see, obviously, a difference between, for example, Xander Reed there with a 7K I rating and down to Bruscio, for example, with 776. So you'd imagine it might be a little bit quicker per lap. And again, does he have to yield? That'll be the question we'll be talking about during the stream. James loves talking about blue flags. No. Alex, off the top of the timesheets, right there, crosses the line. Yeah. Gets it done. And Xander Reed, mate, no time, I don't think, for Xander Reed to respond to that one.
No, there's no time for anyone. If they haven't done a lap by now, it's all going to be done and dusted, to be honest. Because, there's not going to be there's enough people without lap times there. So that's going to be an interesting one. But the grid is set and ready to go. It is Alexandra in first, Xander Reed second, Aiden Young third, Mikey Howanick fourth, Samuel Sproul fifth, Alex Witt sixth, Michael McLeod in seventh, Michael Carrillo in eighth, and then we go into the leader of the AMS, Shannon Moffrell in ninth, Jeremy Littleton in 10th, Charlie Puya in 11th, and Jonathan Deckershire in 12th place. Then beyond that, Troy Fenelon in 13th, Young Troy 14th, Adam Morrow 15th, Adam Schmidt 16th, Tyler Anderson 17th, Carl Ribbon 18th, Dan Morera 19th, Rob Rodriguez in 20th, Colby Warren 21st, Jose Maria in 22nd, Gary Watson 23rd, Aaron Hall is in 24th, Errol Julien 25th, Matthew Wyckoff 26th, Sean Mulholland 27th, Noel Hanna 28th, Benjamin Ross 29th, Hayden Bush 30th, Zach Lewis in 31, Armour Brusso 32, Corey Lazarus 33, Philip Straffarelli in 34, Crispin Husband 35, Charles Edward 36, Anthony Robinson 37, Luigi Santiago in 38, the most un-American name I could think of, to be honest. I didn't expect them to be Italian, and Sawyer Gara down in 39th place. But we're going to be underway very, very shortly, guys. So get ready, hold on to your hats, get your drinks, get your popcorn. Let's see what happens when we get ready to go. We're just waiting for our last couple of drivers to get on screen on track at the moment. Matthew Wyckoff and Crispin Hudson, of course, of this 40-driver strong field. Mikey Howanick and Michael McLeod are the last ones there waiting. And they all backed up right the way back to the chicane.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
It's
Look,
almost out of there.
he's literally like right at the
Well,
back.
what you're going to need right now, James, is perhaps turn those headlights on if you need to see them. Or I guarantee you can see something right now. And if you need a sparky, I'll spark up this race. Blackout presents. Go ahead, James.
5 lights. And the lights out, and away we go here at Spa, and it is Alexandra out in front with Xander Reed, Mikey Howanick, Samuel Sproul right behind him currently at this moment in time. So here we go. For the first time this evening in this PCUP Challenge, we are gonna be running up the hill through El Rouge and Radion and down into the Kemmel Straight. You can see all the cars behind there as well. They're 3 wide further back as well with Noel Hanna, Hayden Bush and Benjamin Roche all currently at the moment. But it's all going to be here. And what is Alexandra going to be able to do? Is he going to be able to hold back Xander Reed? Xander Reed on the right-hand side currently in the moment in that purple, white and gold. He's going to get the line down into Lacombe. He goes, oh, nose job for Alexandra. Literally, Xander Reed cut straight across, took his nose off, said, thank you very much. I'm going to have some of that. Felipe Straffarelli has gone off track as well, and he's jumped straight into the pits. The only casualty of this first half of this race there, Biggles.
Oh, what a fantastic launch from a lot of drivers. There's been a few moments in the back there as you'd expect with such a huge amount of field, but I don't know, overtake done early into that one. Bold and brave, and that's what you want to see. And further back in the field, of course, most of the players, drivers have actually... Aiden Young was the one, unfortunately, there, James. Must have had a bog down on the start there. He's dropped 11 places down to P14 at the moment.
Yeah, I think he must have done as well. Straffarelli looks like he has gone off. I can guarantee if I look back at the replay, that's going to be up through El Rouge and Radion, and that back end of that Porsche is going to be gone. He's going to be spinning round, and away he goes. But it is now from Michael McLeod, Alex Witt, Michael Carrillo, Moffrell, Little John, Puya, and Dekisher, all fighting away here with McLeod. McLeod is under a heap of pressure currently at the moment, Biggles, and he's literally got Alex Witt tucked up right behind him. Alex, we know from the BSC. Normally, as we see him driving NASCARs, but here he is in this PCUP, absolutely flying currently at this moment in time, sitting in 6th overall. McLeod's going to be under a heap of pressure here on lap 1, Biggles, and he's got about 12 and a half minutes to try and defend this. It's going to be tough.
Got a cluster of cars behind Alex at the moment for sure. And Michael, actually more than anything, Michael McLeod there for the KY Jellyfish team has the cluster of cars behind him, trying to do something. And Samuel's a little bit further up the road. And in fact, Samuel's a little bit further up the road because he's making an overtake. So he's up at a P3 currently at the moment. So you got the pictures on that one there, James. Good job.
Oh, big collision at the back. Massive collision at the back of the field there. You can see them all going round. And that is a lot of cars involved in that. Jose Maria, Matthew Wyckoff, Gary Watson, all involved in this one. And Ariel Julien just to start it off. But Carl Ribbon is currently side by side with Schmidt running down now. And it is Ribbon through, which has just gone past on Dan Morera. But behind that, you can see Rob Rodriguez is another one in this blue and red and black PCUP. And he's got Corey Lazarus tucked up right behind him. But further up, Charlie Puya has just trying to make that move past Michael McLeod. Didn't get it this time. McLeod holds on to it, but it's battles all the way through this field there, Biggles. It's going to be tough to pick everyone up.
Oh, mate, this is exactly what you're going to get here at the PCUP series. It's very, very difficult to catch all the action at once. As what happened there at the moment there, James? So it was straight up to the inside there. That's who was that? Alex. Is Alex dropping a couple of places there, like a 1929 stock exchange?
Yeah, he looks like he's dropped down 5 places to 11th currently at the moment as well. But Julian Dekishar is not giving this up, and Aiden Young's trying to come back through. Of course, lost 7 positions at the start. 11 minutes remaining. Can Aiden Young recover as he's just gone up the inside there through Fanier goes as we're going into Paul Ferrer, currently the double right-hander, right and left, sorry, at the bottom of Fanier before he goes through into Paul Ferrer as well. Carl Ribbon is another one trying to make moves here. It's all getting very, very tight throughout this field here, Biggles, and I wasn't surprised, to be honest, that we had that initial incident.
Well, I tell you what, I am surprised that we have a field strength at the moment. A lot of drivers making some gains and making some losing per se. But surviving Spa is one you put on your t-shirt. That's one you put on your resume. And try to maximize the amount of points you can get on this first heat. Remember, we have another heat coming up. We've got about 10 minutes and change to go, James. I think it's about, give or take, considering they did 2 minutes and 22-second lap times. That will probably give you about 3 laps at best. As you can see, the action brewing up here in the PCUP series.
Yeah, you can see them all further back as well, going through the bus stop. It's just backing up. It's almost sitting there just waiting for the car in front, as that's Tyler Anderson, Jose Marie there as well. There's a spinner that could be actually Hayden Bush. He has gone round, unfortunately, there and at the moment, but it is Charlie Puya side by side, currently with, I believe, that, sir, is Aiden Young, and it is Aiden Young's just gone past Charlie Puya before he moves up now onto the back of Michael McLeod. And Aiden Young's coming back through here, Biggles, making gains, trying to get some of his positions back he lost at the start.
The man is fiercely forwarding his way up through the field. Exactly, that's his team name, so he's definitely fierce, and I wouldn't want to be in concentration, of course, of Mr. Aiden is through the roof. He knows mistakes are made at the start of the race, and he's making the best recovery he possibly can. Damage limitation 101 for the 427 car, currently running in P8.
Yeah, we've got Tyler Anderson down here as well. He's mixed up in a little bit of battle. Matthew Wyckoff is another one. We've got a few in the pits currently. Julian Straffarelli, Little John Roche, and Chris Binton Hudson. It doesn't look like he took the start. So unfortunately there for him, he is sitting further down. We've got Adam Schmidt currently with Adam Morrow and Young Choi, of course, in that beautiful pink PCUP behind him there. Do love Young Choi's car colour. It's very noticeable. Oh, sorry, Young. Choi's off.
What have you done, James? What have you done?
You can't blame me for that.
I was saying
how nice his livery was.
Yes, but you bring attention to the driver, and unfortunately the track bring attention to him as well too. As a little bit of a spinneroo, I think. Get back on the track, my friend. You're okay.
No, it's not okay. Unfortunately, he's dropped all the way down to 29th place behind Sawyer.
Be positive, James. The glass is half full.
Well, yeah, but is it half empty? Depending on who you talk to. Unfortunately for Young Choi there as well. Aiden Young looks like he's just about trying to go up the inside. He backed out, thought twice about it as he's going into this bus stop now as well. He's pulled off and got into the pits as Aiden Young.
Maybe so much damage. I'm not quite sure what's happened there with Aiden Young, but whatever it is, it's not quite working. Yeah,
whatever it is, it ain't working. But Corey Lesworth, Kobe Warren there, coming down into La Source, of course. He's going to hug that right hand side. You need to be a little bit closer there, mate. The curb, you can take as much of that as you want. That isn't an off track, so you can sit up and take a lot of that curb. But it looks like behind Carl Ribbon has been involved in his own little bit there. That front,
wobbly.
Yeah, the front right of the car does not, front left, sorry, as you're looking at it, does not look healthy. I'm pretty sure the Porsche is not supposed to look like that. But then again, we saw it last week in Zolder, didn't we? They all had the same car damage in the same place.
Oh, they do. And of course, here on the JP Broadcasting Network, we got some more goodies at the PCUP series there, James, because if you want to picture, I can also show you in the bottom right-hand corner, Mr. Reed and Alexander going for it, 2 for nail for the battle of this lead, and probably for 1 or 2 more laps. So action everywhere. That's what you want to bring there, James. That's the reason when you have so many cars on here, and just 2 fantastic yourself there, myself there, trying to bring all the action. We have no TED. We have no crew or 50,000 cameras trackside, but do our absolute best.
As we see here on screen on the top left, you've got Charlie Puya with Alex Witt on your screen at this moment in time. And then in the bottom right, that is your battle for the lead with Xander Reed and Alexandra. So keep an eye there as well. That lead battle is taking shape currently at the moment, but Puya is going to be under attack from Witt here. As I say, Witt is normally the man I would see driving around in a left-hand oval in the BSC. So at the moment, he is doing a stellar job there flying along. Young Choi is right up behind Sawyer Gara. And Gara, of course, is another one from the BSC there as well. Can't really tell with his livery as it's all over his car. So as he's just about coming up into Fanier with Young Choi right behind him. That damaged Porsche, of course, hit the wall currently on lap 3. So unfortunately for Young Choi, he's trying to make his way back through there as well. So absolutely stellar job for Young. He wants to get back on the recovery and currently sitting down in 28th place. One of the closest battles on your screen at this moment in time here. So hopefully Choi might be able to get this back. But it's going to be tough as he's running down Blanchimont now. They're going to be side by side on the left-hander. Gara's got the run at the moment. Is he going to be able to own it into the bus stop? We go on board with Choi. Choi's going to dive. Here we go. Up the inside. Going to be job done, I think. Gara's going to probably back out, which he has done. And Young Choi is through. We'll go back to live pictures with your lead battle here because it looks like they're very, very close currently on screen. And they are not far apart at all here, Biggles.
There's a car off into the background as well, too, so didn't really affect them. But somebody who's into the fence is the corner they're approaching. Here we go. Different racing lines. You can't try to stick on the outside there. A little bit of bumpy grinding. That's what you get when you're in a Porsche car. It can handle it. A little bit of paint. Nothing that doesn't buff off there, James. But I'll tell you what. Well, the egos buff off the drivers because somebody wants to win this race. And there's two of those cars out there that want to win this one badly.
Yeah, definitely as well. Don't forget these cars have got nothing on them. No assist, no traction control, no ABS. It is literally you against the machine driving around this very challenging circuit that is Spa, of course. Through the left-hander of Fanier before we're going to come down into Paul Ferrer, the double right-hander. He's going to be looking on the left-hand side, getting turned down now into third gear. Let it run. And then on we go to the gas here, round the final Paul Ferrer turn before we go on to the back straight of Blanchimont. You can see Dekeshire is also having a nice little tidy battle further down. We'll jump back down to him as he's chasing down Adam Schmidt at the moment in the number 12 car, Biggles.
Action absolutely everywhere. Jonathan Coates, the Canadian driver. Schneider is got also the traffic at the moment because there's Adam Schmidt and Jonathan just up the road. So yes, a lot of cars, a lot of action. And here we go, full speed as you mentioned, James. Just get this one through Blanchimont. Full speed. I've binned it into that fence to the right-hand side multiple times that I've run out of hospital insurance. Literally at this point. They won't even allow me into this track anymore, James. It's just a crash. But these drivers, thankfully, are 10 times better than me. Can get this done into... Oh, there it is. Speaking of which, yes, out of the final corner, that happens, isn't it? Hit the loud pedal. That car does not agree. And you go into the fence on the left.
Yeah, Alex Witt on lap 5 at the bus stop has gone around. We'll try and have a look and see what went on with him very, very shortly. Young Choi is another man that is battling away quite nicely again here with Matthew Wyckoff, and he has gone through at the bus stop. Same place he did Sawyer Gara, and through he goes. Jose Marie and Zach Lewis. Jose Marie is through as well into La Source. Is he going to be able to get the run out? Can Zach Lewis get him up through El Rouge and Radion? Moffrel was another man further up, of course, leading the AMS. 2.7 seconds he's got, but he's chasing down Michael Carrillo in front of him. But it is Jose Marie and Zach Lewis. Through they go. Is Lewis going to be able to hold on to this as he's running down Camel now?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Lewis
I think Jose can make a run for here.
Yeah, Lewis is on the left, on the right.
Oh.
Car 23.
Yeah. Yes. Side by side now. Us late breakers into Lacombe.
Oh, don't do this. Don't do this.
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. I've seen it before in Formula 1.
Yeah, just different cars,
at this point, you have to lift off now.
They got grip. These haven't. However, Xander Reed, well, he has got a very interesting young man behind him in Alexandra. And they weren't too far apart there. Reed managed to save himself by getting that run out of Ferrer down onto Blanchimont now. Just about back.
Now, will they cross the line in time? Now, yeah, I think so. I think we get another lap here. So
it's going to be the final
lap. It's also
lap,
good to see, James. Remember the fact that we don't see too many Japanese drivers. I mean, you cast a ton of motor racing around the world. And it's good to see, obviously, Alexander there representing. He's okay. He's okay. He wants to get a good exit there. James, get a lap paddle. Remember, go into the fence there. And then think about, obviously, into turn 1, La Source. And then think about getting the best exit of all exits now at La Source. And then tuck up behind through Rouge. And then get on the power. Take him down Camel Straight. And then think about an opportunity to look home. That's all what both the drivers have got. And Xander Reed, of course, is going through well. Why defend against this? And we'll see how it's going to pan out as you climb up through a Rouge. Hold on tight. Of course, get your popcorn. James said, I've got my popcorn and I got my seatbelts fastened tight for this roller coaster ride.
There we go. Sendra's going to be looking at the inside. Xander's defending the inside now. He's going to send her around on the out. Here we go. We're going to be going around the outside. Is this going to be too wide into Lacombe? Is Sendra going to be able to keep out the inside? He's not. Reed chops his nose off. So thank you very much for that. You are not getting around there. I can't see many other places Sendra's going to be able to do this unless he can get him down now into Rivage, which I don't think he's going to be able to do. And now he's got to be looking at Blanchimont for this move because otherwise he's not going to make this move.
Did the bus stop? Do the bus stop? You know that song, right? I think that'll be the best bet.
Yeah, he's got to get a run down Blanchimont. Yeah, he's got to get.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Yeah.
He's got to get that run out of Blanchimont, mate. Otherwise, he's not going to be able to do it. Hayden Bush, unfortunately, looks like he's been off track again, as does Charles Edward. So, I don't think he's going to be close enough, you know. He's going into Vanier, the right left, and I don't think he's going to be able to get close enough at Paul Ferrer to be able to carry this speed onto Blanchimont before they get down there. I think this is going to be Reed's race.
Well, Reed's no slouch, of course. He knows where to park that car at all the right places and all the right times. And the thing is, the good thing about Alex is in P2 is just hopefully trying to force Xander Reed into a mistake. But there you go. I think right there, Alex just made a little bit of a slow moment, and that's got compromised his exit, of course, into Blanchimont. And now that's a late dive bomb, and we know drivers like this are not going to be able to send it too far back on this one and risk taking both those drivers out for a guaranteed podium position at this point.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if he sends it from here, I'll be very, very surprised, and he's not going to. Looks like Xander Reed is going to take the first victory of the evening as he comes across the line now. It will be Reed, it will be Sproul, and then behind that in the arms, it's going to be Shannon Moffro in that very, well, I suppose, nice livery, really, to be honest with you. I quite like that one. And then in second place is going to be Jonathan Deckisher. Who's going to get it here with Charlie Puya, Adam Schmidt. Jonathan Deckisher is going to come across the line in second in the arms with Rob Rodriguez in third place there as well. So as these guys come over the line now, well, that's what we were expecting, you know.
Yes.
And now we're going to have it all again for 30 minutes.
Yeah, and we didn't even get a second to even breathe about what happened on this race because there was so much action. You're going to remember, we only caught some of it, James. There's action absolutely everywhere, all over the place. A battle, of course, for the lead of that race. You got Samuel there for the Blackout Motorsport team that I was just mentioning before. You need Sparkies, of course, to fire up the car on all cylinders. Well, more so than anything, if you want Sparkies to be able to do some electrical work for you, commercial, industrial, in southeast Queensland, Australia, and Brisbane, of course. My city in Australia, well, they'll take care of that for you, James. They'll get you out of the blackout, mate. They'll get those lights firing up all the time, anytime.
They definitely will, as we're waiting for Armand Brusso, the last couple to come across the line. Straffarelli as well managed to get back out on track. He's gone past Edward, of course. Edward is in the pits and has been, but there is Armand Brusso. So, well done for him. As he comes over the line, Straffarelli. There's a long way back. There goes Armand Brusso. And Straffarelli is just coming down onto Blanchimont now. Before we wrap out this evening, it looks like he may have had another incident, unfortunately, for Philip Straffarelli. And he calls it a day. So we're just waiting for the race results to come through. And then we'll be able to bring you up them results. And this moment
That's fantastic pictures, James. I'd be sitting right there and watching those cars with a fold-out chair. right on the corner as they go through those apexes at full speed at you and get ready to jump. It'd be almost like you're watching a rally race, isn't it? So close to the trackers. No pitch invasion per se that happened in Albert Park, of course, at the very, very end. But it's all fantastic here in Spa. You think about it, they wanted to get rid of this one on the Formula 1 calendar, but they didn't. Here we go, James. Those results are up for your screen.
Yeah, Xander Reed in first, Alex Sendra second, Samuel Sproul third, Mikey Howanick fourth, Michael Carrillo fifth, Shannon Moffrell sixth, Michael McLeod seventh, Charlie Puya eighth, Adam Schmidt ninth, Jonathan Dekischer in 10th, Corey Lazarus in 11th, Adam Morrow in 12th, Colby Warren 13th, Rob Rodriguez 14th, Alex Witt 15th, Carl Rubin 16th, Dan Moreira 17th, and Sean Mulholland finishes up in 18th place. Then beyond that, Anthony Robertson, Aaron Hall, Tyler Anderson, Noel Hanna, Jose Maria, Matthew Wyckoff, Zach Lewis, Gary Watson, Luigi Santiago, Young Choi, Sawyer Guerra, Aidan Young, Hayden Bush, and Armand Brusso, Charles Edward, Felipe Straffarelli, Benjamin Rush, Jeremy Littleton, Troy Littleton, Troy Fenelon, Ariel Julian, and then last there is Crispin Hudson. I don't think Crispin took the start, and unfortunately for him now as well, we are in a warm-up. I believe there was an advancement of what was initially set out there. So we are going into that feature race now, and when that will be 30 minutes of racing here with 40 seconds left on the countdown currently at this moment in time from this warm-up. Well, the interesting thing, we were talking last week about shaving. I can't even remember how we got onto the topic of shaving, to be honest. I'm not quite sure what that had anything to do with motor racing, but we were talking about shaving. And then we find out young Xander Reed, well, he's like 13 years old.
Oh, yes, you were right about that one, exactly. The good thing about it is that he's saving a lot on his razors and shaving cream at this point, isn't he? But I guess he's investing that back into his rig and into the time that he's doing, because it's just a machine. And it just makes us feel old, James, doesn't it? To show you the young guns in town are, as well as the other drivers that are perhaps on the grid there, feeling maybe a little bit older, getting beaten by. But then again, James, we've all been beaten by 13-year-olds on a go-kart track as well. So nothing to be ashamed about that.
No, I haven't.
You have, James.
I don't think I have.
No way you haven't been beaten by probably a 10-year-old even on a go-kart track. We all have. Just
Maybe.
admit it.
But here is the grid, guys. Charlie Puya in first, Michael McLeod second, Chandler Moffrell third, Michael Carrillo fourth, Mikey Howanick fifth, Samuel Sproul sixth, Sendra seventh, Xander Reed eighth. Top eight reverse, of course. Adam Schmidt ninth, Jonathan Dekischer 10th, Corey Lazarus 11th, Adam Morrow down in 12th place, Colby Warren 13th, Rob Rodriguez 14th, Alex Witt 15th, Carl Rubin 16th, Dan Moreira 17th, Sean Mulholland 18th, Anthony Robinson 19th, Aaron Hall 20th, Tyler Anderson 21st, Noel Hanna 22nd, Jose Maria, Matthew Wyckoff, Zach Lewis, Gary Watson, Santiago, Choi, Gara, Young, Bush, Brusso, Edward, Straffarelli, Roche, and Littleton there. Then beyond that as well, we've got Fenelon, Julian, Hudson, and the reason I read that very, very quickly is the fact that they are on the grid, ready to go here for race 2. This 30-minute sprint race, 4 lights, 5 lights, and it's all going to be about what Charlie Puya can do as well. Can he battle away with Michael McLeod? The two teammates, there's a massive crash at the back there. I think that's Armand Brusso and Jeremy Littleton have crashed on the start. They've literally just got away, and unfortunately it looks like one of the cars is upside down there, but it is currently Michael McLeod. Charlie Puya is McLeod going to take this side by side up through El Rouge and Radion. This doesn't normally work, I've got to be honest, but they don't. These gentlemen sit back, further back down the field. Here comes the rush of the field. How is this all going to work out? Are they going to be running wide? Is anyone going to go loose? Is the accident going to happen at the top of El Rouge and Radion? Jeremy Littleton into the pit. Sawyer Gara has gone off and has come back on track as well. But there is Armand Brusso. There is Gara currently. And at the moment, it is Michael McLeod out in front with Charlie Puya tucked up right behind him.
Yeah, just got a little bit of switch through on that one, James. But hey, yeah, exactly. Side by side through El Rouge. Well, hold on tight. They did manage to get it done. Somebody ran a little bit wide going up through there, but they managed to rejoin the track there safely. Oh, that was a Code Brown moment for me, even looking at that one. But fantastic racing. 30 minutes, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, that you have. So don't risk it for the biscuit too much. But then again, you're a motor racer, so go for the gap if there is one.
Yeah, looks like Hayden Bush may have been off, and Gary Watson as well at the same time this evening. So unfortunately for them, they look like they've been involved in their own little ta-ta-ta, should we say? and unfortunately have both had an incident, so we'll keep an eye on that one at the moment. Michael Carrillo currently sitting in 9th place. Xander Reed already up 1 in 7th. Where is Alexandra? He's up 3 in 4th. So it's all about what Reed's going to be able to do here, and can he take a double victory in the pros this evening? Can Dekisha get the double in the AMs? Currently, is not Moffrel, sorry, is leading the AMs. He may get a double victory here tonight as well, but it is all about what Xander Reed's going to be doing at the back end of Mikey Howernick to try and get on to Alexandra.
Well, it's a lot of ifs at this point, with a lot of time remaining on this one. Yeah, so great. Alex has done his best that he could do. Try to gain a little bit more positions over Xander Reed there. Michael McLeod, of course, still leading this race, as you'd mentioned. So many battles in the midfield. A few other battles where we got pitches at the moment there on Xander Reed. Of course, you got there James and that Samuel and Xander Reed now. They're going to be side by side. So there it is, the 66 machine versus the 151. Be careful there, Xander Reed. Samuel for the blackout may send you into a into a coma at this point and send you seeing nothing but darkness.
Yeah, it looks like Sproul was trying to have a go at Sendra. Reed's trying to catch up to the pair of them that are racing in front, of course. How is this one going to pan out? There we go. On with Samuel Sproul. Looking down at Sendra. 27 minutes on the clock. He's got to try. If he's going to make this move, he's got to be looking at Tehran and really make his move early. Lazarev is right behind Howernick as well. Nothing doing there from the blackout. Adam Morrow, another man not making moves. Sean Mulholland, we are on the inside currently at the moment. Aaron Hall is behind us, beside us. The 651 machine is actually Charles Edward. And through goes Sean Mulholland. And job done for him there as well. But Aidan Bush does not look like he's had a good night. Adam Schmidt also. Tyler Anderson as well. Another one. Sawyer Gara also looks like he's been off. Zach Lewis is taking trips as well. And just unfortunately, none of them are on the racetrack. And Shannon Moffrel has got Alexandra tucked up right behind him.
I think everybody's tucked up at every point. There's not major gaps at the moment. If you can see the timing tower to your left-hand side. So there it is. So Cody Lazarus there for the other blackout. I'm right next to Mikey, so I was about to say, are they getting the job done? They're not quite yet there, James. Not just yet. No. But we're going to see some side-by-side action into this turn. Somebody's going to have to yield here.
Yeah, Lazarus goes through on Howernick. So it's Shannon Moffrel, Charlie Puya, and Sendra. That's Moffrel in front of us here. So he's tucked up right behind. Currently at the back of Moffrel as they're going down Blanchimont and into the bus stop here on lap 2.
And Alex is trying to make a run. I think he might be on Chandon, the 916 machine through the bus stop chicane. You can check in sometimes, but you may never check out. Hopefully you will. This is not Hotel California. This is Hotel Spa.
Sendra, Sproul and Reed. This is going to be an interesting trio of battles here as well, with Moffrel and Puya up in front with McLeod there. Car number 115 out in front at the moment as well. These guys are battling away nicely. They're going to be coming through. There they go. Up through El Rouge, round the right-hander of Radion and on to the Camel for once more. 24 minutes remaining. Xander Reed looks like he got a slow out of there. Sproul's on the right-hand side. Sendra's on the left, of course. Is Sproul going to try and run him around the outside of Lacombe? Currently at the moment, he's not this time. He did think about it, but didn't make the move. So, yeah.
I think he realizes he's got 24 minutes of this race. Like, they're studying his prey, essentially. Oh, there we go, James. That may be an opportunity currently right now. It says, okay, let's go. Let's try it. Alex is definitely trying it. Shannon, he got past that Chandon, the 916 machine. Alex now up 4 positions in P3 because he knows Xander Reed is down there in P6, just lurking a little bit in the background there. And Alex is up. What's happened here? So Shannon's losing another place there to Samuel. Sproul.
He got really slow out of No Name. And unfortunately, Sproul managed to get the run down into Poole, and Xander Reed's just about to do Shannon Moffrel near enough as well. Reed, of course, coming through the field on his top 8 reverse. He's now currently sitting in 6th, up 2 places. So he's going to be trying to get on his bike a little bit, because every place that Sendra gets, Reed needs to copy him. And if he doesn't, it's going to be an interesting one there as well.
He's going to. And he's at the moment on the back there of the PBB ribbon team there. That's basically the year of choice from university students in the United States of America. As Xander Reed is from the United States of America, and he's going to be sending it here at the moment. He's definitely going for it. Last late break is into the bus stop. It's going to allow a little bit of space to the right-hand side there. Get on the power. Be careful. Look at the speed difference to speed, but manages to get the place. And there it is. So Xander Reed up at a P5 now, while he's Alex, he's trying to hunt down in P3.
Corey Lazarus is another man attacking Shannon Moffrell currently. Sean Mulholland is in battles further down the field. We've got some people out. Straffarelli, Littleton, Fenelon and Crispin Hudson are all out currently at the moment. All the battles are at the front half of the table. Shannon Moffrell now is going to hold. Is he going to try and get Corey Lazarus and hold Lazarus back? Of course, Lazarus from Australia. So let's see what he's going to be able to do here. Is he going to be able to hold on to this one? I don't think he's going to get Moffrell now. I think Sprout. Sendra's just got Puya. So now it's all on what Alex Reed is going to do here, Biggles, because he's got to try. He's got to try. And get past Sprout. Sprout went on the defense.
Yeah, look at the way Sprout's went off the racing line. They're compromised a bit of exit speed, but he's lucky that he has a couple of cars up the road there. So they kind of become like back marker defenders, essentially. But yeah, definitely Xander Reed there on a rampage, wanting to take these positions as safely as you possibly can. 21 minutes to go. Not risking it for the biscuit too much, which is fantastic. But we like to see in the PCUP Challenge Series in the Americas, of course, and if you wanted to see how it all panned out earlier, you can see the European division.
Yeah, you see the rerun from Zolder, which was on Sunday.
That's right. Tomorrow, that's right. We have the European.
Yeah, Sunday. The Europeans on Sunday, yeah.
Sorry, Americans are a little bit ahead here. The Europeans should be ahead. But anyway, it all pans out this way. Lap 4, just like that's only lap 4. You think of it, but long laps.
Yeah, when you're doing 2:20 lap times, it's a long old time. Do you know what I mean? So
almost feels like you're in Nordschleife, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, I did this. It was quite an interesting thing. I did this track in the Renault Clio, and it took me 2 minutes and 48 seconds to get round here in the Renault Clio.
I would have done it. And what does it take you to get it done in the ice cream van?
Oh, don't.
That triggers around the neighborhood, man, with the ice cream sounds on it.
It was so slow. Like
Ford Escort. I mean, Ford Escort's pretty quickly. What's one of those old classic cars that
Citroen
everybody owns?
C4.
Something that, you buy in the UK as your first car, you know what I mean? Like, it's all you can afford. You want to have a car, you want your freedom, and this is what's available. One of those. I would like to see what lap time would be around that one.
Yeah, well, back in my day, it was a Ford Orion was the first car I owned.
Oh, there you go. I thought it was a Ford, something along the line. I mean, there's certain cars in Australia, too, that everybody had when they were growing up.
Ford Fiesta.
And then, once again, we didn't have the exact same thing as these Porsches. We don't have all the traction control and all those fancy gizmos. Now you can get that, really, as second-hand cars. We're seeing a bit of a battle brewing between Charlie there and Samuel, who's got on your pictures. There it is, James. A little bit of door bagging. Nothing wrong with it. It's called a motor race.
Sproul didn't make it through that time, but I don't think it's going to be long before he does. Reed's on the defensive at the moment as well. He's got Corey Lazarus tucked up right behind him. Alex Sendra has got Michael McLeod in front now. This is all that's stopping Sendra getting out in front. This is it. He's Michael McLeod there from the KY Jellyfish team is all it is now, and I think if McLeod doesn't hold him, I think Sendra's gone. The problem is for Reed is he's got Sproul and Puya to go through before he can get on to this battle, and he's not making great gains at the moment, I'm not going to lie. So at the moment in time, Xander Reed's here. There's Sproul, there's Puya, there's Sendra on the left-hand side of your picture with McLeod in front of him. And Reed needs to be clearing these. He needs to be clearing these because I know it looks like we've got 18 minutes, but that's not many laps at all on a 2:20 lap time.
Not at this level of motor racing. Absolutely fantastic. You could see that they're separated by not a lot Not a lot. I'm usually used to the DRS range. Doesn't really make a difference like this in these cars at the moment, James, because you just outbrake yourself a little bit, snap a brake pedal or a brake line and hit the gas pedal a little bit too loud, and that's all game over at the moment. But Sandra is the fastest man on track, currently in P2, so 2:19, proving his pace. But Michael McLeod for the KY Jellyfish team is certainly no slouch. He's going to do everything he possibly can. The Canadian driver wants to defend against the Japanese driver, and if he doesn't, you know that the USA and the Australians are coming in town as well.
Yeah, Puya, Sprout, Reed there, Adam Morrow further back. He's currently having a battle with Aiden Young and also Jonathan Dekisher. Of course, Dekisher is second in the AMS at this moment in time. There he goes, Aiden Young trying to come back through. He's up 17 places at the moment. So from Aiden Young's point of view, he's got to try and come back through the field. Of course, he pitted mysteriously in race 1, which dropped him all the way back for race 2. And now, unfortunately for him, he's not making his way through. It looks like Rob Rodriguez has just got Michael Carrillo as well. So Carrillo has just jumped Rodriguez. However, Rodriguez is going to be looking at coming back on into Lacombe. They're going to be side by side currently at the moment. Dakashur on the left as well, up in front with the car 568 there. And is it going to be Rodriguez? Is it going to be Carrillo? I think possibly the way Rodriguez has got the inside line. It is Rodriguez this time around. Aiden Young, Jonathan Dekisher come into contact. Corey Lazarus is under attack. He's lost places to Xander Reed. And unfortunately for him, it's all getting a little bit busy down the front end of this field.
Because Xander Reed, of course, making the opportunities there. Tried to steal another place there. Try to get himself closer and closer and closer to the lead of this race, which is Alexander, who's gained 6 positions there, James. 6. Remember, the reverse 8 at the start of this race. And at the moment, it's still looking a little bit like, I'm just trying to see whether or not Charlie is trying to hold off there. Shannon now. So Shannon in the 916 machine after dropping 4 places, and that's the PB Blue Ribbon car. Well, he's trying to get it back. See how it's all going to pan out. There's lots of other action on the track as well too, but only have one camera, one place at one time, and that's Morrow around, I think, there, James.
Yeah, Morrow's on the Paul Ferreira on the gravel. He's just running hot. You can see where his tyre track's on. He went on the entrance. He's still on the gravel. Doesn't want to rush getting back on, of course, otherwise he's going to be spinning round. And Shannon Moffrell nearly made it through Charlie Puya. Moffrell in the arms there. I think there could be a conversation about whether or not he should be in pros, as he's still tucked up behind Puya currently at the moment as well, with Hownick at the same time. The 69 machine did have a little bit of a blink there as well, so it's probably going to throw these drivers off. Carrillo is in the pits, unfortunately for him. So Carrillo in the pits, but it is Moffrell, Puya and Hownick all in this run through Al Rouge and Radion.
At 15 minutes and change left of this race, so we all know 2:19, fastest lap now that Alex has led up the race there. I was saying about this the other day there, James, that perhaps he's so quick that everybody else might need to get their visas rechanged there and get back into this track, because he is flying.
Yeah, Alexandra cleared Michael McLeod. There's been a lot gone on, of course, in this process. So there he is. Let's have a look and see how we got this job done.
Xander trying to take Samuel as well too. We'll get back to that one in a second, but yeah, James, let's replay. What's happened here?
Straight down, so Sandra took the lead over McLeod, straight down on the camel, mate. There was nothing he could do about that. It's job done. Sandra's through before we've even gone anywhere, so that's how Sandra cleared Michael McLeod. As we go back to live pictures of Samuel Sprout, Xander Reed, Corey Lazarus, Charlie Puya dropping about a second at the moment back from that as well. But this is your battle for 3rd, 4th and 5th currently on your screen at this moment in time.
And you want a 14 minutes at the moment. Now, if you're Xander Reed running in P4, he's got Samuel Sprout, of course, of the Blackout Motor Racing team from New Zealand, trying to get this one done. And we know that Xander Reed wants to get the job opportunity because, well, he wants to get that one because he wants to try to catch Sandra. And he knows that this is probably about the time you need to start working on that one there, James. You got the memo? Is that okay? Hurry up a little bit. 13 minutes and change to go. If you want to try to catch that gap's starting to brew a little bit more too, James. It's about 3-4 seconds now to the race leader. Xander, of course, is thinking about the race leader. He's not thinking about P2, P3, or P4. No, he wants P1.
Yeah, Howanick has just gone past Charlie Puyo. Puyo going, unfortunately, he's taken one step forward and about 6 steps back currently at the moment as Puyo is down 7 places. McLeod's off.
Oh, no.
McLeod is off in the bus stop. And unfortunately, he's now dropped past Aiden Young and is now down in 11th place. I can guarantee that is just too many beans in that right foot. And he has gone round there, unfortunately, for McLeod on lap 7. He's now got to try and come back through again. Sander Reed has got Sproul right behind him at the moment as well. And he got in front of that. Sendra's 3.01 up the road. Sproul's on the left-hand side. McLeod now, Reed is on the left in the purple and white. Sproul in the old black. Got his teammate right behind him, Corey Lazarus. He's just about to try and go up the inside. He's not. Reed's managed to hold on to it. But this is getting interesting.
And he got the job done. So that overtake from Xander Reed there got it done in La Source. Turn 1. Classic overtaking places. Got a massive attack, of course, climbing up through a Rouge, down to Camel Straight into Lacombe. And somehow, as you saw in your live pictures there, managed to hold off there Samuel that was really putting the pressure on him. And now it helped, maybe will allow Xander Reed there to try to keep a 3.4 second gap to steal the race win. I'm not quite sure that's going to be possible, but anything, of course, is possible when you have the man from Texas, mate. They say everything's bigger and better in Texas. Well, motor racing as well. 151, Xander?
No. No, it's got 3.5 seconds to pull out. No, I can't see this happening, unfortunately, for Xander Reed there. I think Sendra might have too much quality in that PCUP car. So I think it's going to be an interesting one to see if he can do this, but I don't think he's going to be able to. Aiden Young and Colby Warren battling away here around Paul Ferrer. They go onto the back straight of Blanchimont. Is this going to be Young's opportunity? He's got to be staying right up behind him. He's got to tuck up behind him.
Fiercely forward. There's only one way to go. There's only one direction to go. That's forward. Kobe's going to try to deny that one. Kobe's going to send that sign and says, sorry, it's reverse, my friend. There is no forwards here. Only backwards. Aiden says, nah, not on my watch. Let's see if the young gun in town here from the United States of America can do anything into the bus stop. Oh. He's going for a James. No, he's sending a dummy. It's a dummy, so he gets good exit speed.
Yeah, he's up 20 places, is Aiden Young. Sitting in 10th place at the moment. Must be one of them moments where he's like, well, what's everyone else doing if I can get past them this quick? Yeah. You know what I mean? If they're going in reverse. Oh. Because either way, he's gained 20 spots at this moment in time.
Well, he'd probably hopefully would be battling with the top 3 at this point. But with not enough time on his side, he'll have to settle battling within the top 10. And Aiden won't never give up, that's for sure. He's another young gun, as I said, like we know. Xander Reed there is another young gun. Aiden's got a lot of experience. Aiden's got his father and his family that supports him big time there, getting into the esports racing. So good on you, Aiden. And a shout out there to your old man. That'll give you the support all the way. That's nothing like a pat on the back, isn't it, from your parents to get you going faster any day of the week. And he's fast, but he got no way around here.
Yeah, we're going to bring you 2 pictures now. A battle of Aiden Young's just about to go at the inside of Colby Warren. He has done that. So absolutely amazing from Aiden Young. He is through and done and dusted. So let's see how this one pans out. McLeod, of course, another man trying to come through the field. His next up is Colby Warren there as well. So a great job from him. Should be an exciting one. It's going to be interesting to see how these guys cope.
It's nervous, so I'd love to put a heart rate monitor on all of these drivers. At some point in the future, we may end up getting that one here at JP Broadcasting Network for the PCUP Series, of course, sponsored by the Blackout team that aren't done too bad, considering P3 and P4 there, gaining 3 and 7 positions there for Samuel and Corey. Doing it for the Kiwi Blackout Motorsport Racing team, but there's multiple pitches, multiple angles. I think you're right on that one. Xander Reed, as much as he could try to pull out of the bag, even drop the kids off at school, and then come back onto the track there with low fuel. Can't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, can't be dropping himself off at school, really, isn't it?
Yeah. McLeod has just cleared Warren. So McLeod has just cleared Warren there as well. Jose Maria has just gone past Adam Schmidt, I believe. is having a good old go. Jose Maria, oh, in the 21. Yeah. And the 213 of Matthew Wyckoff battling away. But on your bottom right is Sproul on your screen. And go back up live and pick up on what's happening there. Because they are teammates. Sproul and Lazarus. Would you hold up your teammate, Biggles?
Got it. Got straight past. Yeah, no, that's the switcheroo. That's the switcheroo doing a camel straight, for sure.
Yeah,
mate,
easy.
you go through, because that's a total left. There was no defense whatsoever on there. They're thinking about championship here, and why not? It doesn't matter, because you're on the same team, right? You still get the same team points, whether you flip it or not. Just don't talk to, obviously, the Red Bull driver there, of course, the retired Red Bull driver of Multi-21. We won't go there, Seb.
Yeah. Ariel Julian, Carl Ribbon, and Anthony Robertson swapping backwards and forwards as well here. This is a battle down in 14th, 15th, and 16th. Julian trying to go up the inside of Ribbon. He has Ribbing there. Currently loses that position to Julian down into Rivage as they come through No Name and down into Puon. Dekisha. He's got Rob Rodriguez. This is a battle in the arms for second and third place. So this one could end up being nice and tidy as they got 7 minutes remaining.
I hope so. That's what they paid the big bucks for there, James. Motor racing. Want to see it?
You definitely do, mate.
Look at this. I can see the livery there on riding aboard Rob Rodriguez Jr. there from the Evolution Racing team. He could literally read. It's like, if you could read this text on the back of my car right now, on the back of Jonathan's car, you're too close. Jonathan says, great. I mean, Rob Rodriguez says, great. I want to be that close. That's my job.
Yeah. I think it's interesting, though, with these, because this is your second and third place battle in the AMS. You know, there's no mistaking that this is going to be easy for Rodriguez to get past him, and Dekisha's going to be another one. You know, you know, you can't just pick Dekisha up and move him out of the way like you can an old piano, for instance. You're going to be, you know, struggling on that one to get Dekisha out of the way. So if Rodriguez...
Oh, like that, James! Into the side fence of the car! Oh, I think he's plucked the wrong notes on that piano there, James. He's played the wrong notes. Somebody's played the wrong notes.
Yeah, well, that wasn't quite what I was hoping would happen with Dekisha there and also Rodriguez. But unfortunately, when you go too much on a loud pedal out of the source, that is what happens. So,
played the wrong tune at the wrong time, exactly. I was going to say, you need a little bit of Beethoven and Mozart and stuff. Unfortunately, that's just across the border there into Germany. Quite sure. If I had a name of a composer from Belgium, that I would have pulled that one up. But unfortunately, my notes weren't prepared here from JP Broadcasting Network that was sent to me by your assistant. Get that done, James.
Well, I can't help that, mate.
It's fine.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But let's see how this one all pans out now. We've got Sendra out in front, Reed in second, Lazarus third, Sproul fourth, Shannon Moffrell fifth, Mikey Hownick in sixth place. This is what you're looking at on your screen. Don't forget, the 69 car of Hownick is the Pro. Shannon Moffrell is the AM. So there we go. Look like Brusso's crashed, unfortunately, as well. So is Dekisha again and Young Choi. So they have made a little bit of an oopsie. But let's have a look back at Arma Brusso.
Oopsie. Yeah.
Oh. Too much speed. Yeah.
Where's just done a Biggles.
Track goes up.
Thankfully, James. Thankfully, they didn't do a Dan. Doesn't have to go visit the pit road.
Yeah, he did stop and let Young Choi through, which was quite nice. I like that. It was almost like he had traffic lights at the end there as well, Brusso. And just like, nope, you're on red, mate. No jaywalking here. You know, stop and wait. And let Young Choi through, of course. And then further down, we've got Jose Maria, who's just cleared or trying to clear Matthew Wyckoff. The 21 Valvoline car, of course. Wyckoff tucked up right behind him in the 213. This is your battle down in 20th and 21st place. Maria is the Pro, Wyckoff the AM.
Oh, What great racing. I mean, we're getting down to the business end, of course, with about 3 minutes and change, which means you've got about a lap or two at best. And the action is still here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, of course. Hit the like and subscribe button. And keep an eye on these pictures on the screen for you. There's Jose. Sorry, not Jose. There's Mikey.
Yeah, it's just cleared Moffrel. Just cleared Shannon Moffrel on that long run down Camel, of course, down into Lagoon. He took the line and cleared it. Job done for him. So he will go on now. Well, he's not going to get Sproul. Sproul's about 3.5 seconds up the road, unfortunately. But it looks like Sendra's on his way to catch up to Young Choi. And then in front of that is Armand Brousseau. So for Sendra, it could be hitting back markers very, very shortly. So we'll have to see how that one pans out and how he makes his way through on that, because it could be interesting with back markers, as we know. You know me, ever a lover of a blue flag.
Oh, here we go. Yeah,
I'm not going there. I'm not saying anymore. That's all I'm saying. Ever lover of a blue flag.
I can tell you right now, James, we're close to 900 subscribers, and we know what happens if you get to 1K. Real quick there, get to 1K. James is flying away in May, and that's all right. If I rhyme one more time, I'm going to be a poet. I don't even know it. But yes, if you can get 1K subscribers, James will give us a food cast. And that driver just completely moved off the side there, James. So there, no problem there from Alexander.
Yeah.
No blue flags, or there was a blue flag, perhaps. I didn't see it, but either way, nothing Alex needs to worry about.
Yeah, Xander Reed there coming up to behind. I believe that's Armand Brousseau. So Brousseau, I believe, has moved out the way. He does. Gets out the way nicely. I don't know if you have to clear that far, but it is the final lap of the race for Sendra here. 1:52 on the clock. Of course, 2 minute plus laps. So there we go. All odds ZT. Nice work as always, gents. I don't know if that's us or the drivers. What do you reckon?
It's a team. I'd say it's a PCUP experience. That it's a nice work too. As,
I'm just going to take it as me. I'm going to take it as us. You know what I mean? It's late.
Why is Alex so damn fast? Apart from the fact that he's Japanese, of course. We know Japanese drivers produce the best engines and cars on the planet. And I have a Nissan Skyline. I had a Nissan Skyline there, so thank you very much for that, Alexandra, for allowing me the opportunity of using the Nissan Skyline. Unfortunately, not quite there as much as a Porsche. I don't know. I still prefer a Nissan Skyline over a Porsche, but don't talk to Alex about that. He's loving this machine at the moment. With also, what are we looking at about? A 3-second gap there over Xander Reed. Because James sliced his way through that traffic just a little bit better, I'd have to say, in the reverse 8 feature race.
They're going to have to start putting him at top 15. Because at the moment, Reed took both last week. Don't get me wrong, Reed took the first one. Sendra's got the second, second place in the last one. But at the moment, it just seems like Sendra and Reed are on a different level compared to everyone else, and it's just unfortunate. Sproul couldn't stay with Reed once he was through. Lazarus can't stay, unfortunately, either. So by the time we get out to the back of Sendra and Reed, it's just kind of the Sendra Reed, show really. Moffrel was going to take, hopefully, finish in the race and will take the second double victory. His first one obviously was in the sprint, and then he's going to get the second one. And then Rodriguez and Dekisha, they've swapped around as well, because it was Dekisha Rodriguez last time.
And Shannon, of course, in the AM class, they're leading a bit of a domination there. Force there, 916, just splitting a ton of those pro classes up there in P6. We've mentioned this before. Final corner right now for Mr. Alex. Gonna cross the line. Spa is yours. Everybody wants to win it. Checkered flag. Barney's there. Bingo. You got it done.
Yeah, he definitely did. It was job done for him. Here comes Xander Reed across the line in second place. Samuel Sproul and Corey Lazarus going to come across the line together. And then further back from that, obviously, everyone through. Shannon Moffrel over the line. He's going to be coming as well. He's taken the AM victory. Alex Witt, Charlie Puya, Aiden Young, Michael McLeod, Kobe Warren. Rob Rodriguez will be second in the AMs. As we wait for him patiently to come across the line, he's got Jonathan Dekisha right up behind him for second and third in the AMs. And then further back, we've got this rush of cars coming in now, thick and fast, as we come to the end of the feature race. And Luigi Santiago will be the last man across the track. Biggles.
Yeah, they're getting through there. It's good to see. Only a few cars out, of course, a little bit further back. And I'm hoping that my Costa Rican drivers will go a little bit better. But I got a few Aussies in there, so I'm very proud, of course. And well, I have to say, Hop On is more proud than anybody else. Of course, they're with Sander on the top of the timesheets. They're winning this race there, and of course, a lot of the other drivers here from the United States of America. Of course, no Brits here, James, but that's because there is a European version of the Cup Series.
Yeah, that is on Sunday, so stay tuned for that one. And come and see myself.
You're going to get warmed
Alex.
up, James, because you're going to go through those flood of names coming up soon for the results. And you've been doing a brilliant job on that one, James. I don't know how you even get through that, mate. I struggle with, like, I'm the fourth row. I've already struggled with the names and just breeze through them.
Yeah.
Taking candy from baby.
Here we go. Alex Sendra is in first. Xander Reed second. Corey Lazarus third. Mikey Howanick fourth. Shannon Moffrell fifth. Alex Witt sixth. Charlie Puya seventh. Aiden Young eighth. Michael McLeod ninth. Colby Warren 10th. Rob Rodriguez Jr. 11th. Jonathan Deckisher in 12th. Ariel Julien in 13th. Carl Ribbing 14th. Anthony Robinson 15th. Samuel Sprout 16th. Aaron Hall 17th. And Dan Morera in 18th place. Sean Mulholland in 19th. Jose Maria 20th. Matthew Wyckoff 21st. Adam Schmidt 22nd. Adam Morrow 23rd. Noel Hanna 24th. Benjamin Roche 25th. Gary Watson 26th. Charles Edward 27th. And Luigi Santiago down in 28th place. Armand Brusso 29th. Young Choi 30th. Michael Carrillo 31st. Zach Lewis 32nd. Sawyer Gara 33rd. Tyler Anderson 34th. Hayden Bush. Felipe Straffarelli. Jeremy Littleton. Troy Fenelon and Crispin Hudson is the last remaining runners here on your screen currently at this moment in time. And, well, another exciting evening.
Could you repeat that, James? Sorry, you're muted.
No.
I wouldn't do that to you, James. Yeah, great job. Well, great job to all the drivers, of course, in this series. And great job to the Porsche team for delivering a fantastic car around. I mean, it was flawless, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with a Porsche.
Depending if they're driving, if they're a GT3.
Yeah, okay. Now
No, the P-Cup, right, it's really weird, right? The P-Cup, has got no ABS, no traction control. Everything's on your right foot. Depending on what you do. If it goes round, generally two things have happened. A, you've brake dragged it into a corner and you've taken it too much and the back end's come and decided, no. I'm going to come around and join the front. Or you've hit the loud pedal too fast and you've just got too much spin up, right? Get into the GT3 and that is just a completely different thing. Totally unpredictable, all on its own, and we'll just spin around at the slightest click of the fingers if you mess it up in slight general. It can do the same thing for 17 laps and be fine. That 18th lap, you spin you. And you're like, well, why? And, the saying goes, Porsche, the Porsche GT3 will just do Porsche things. So there we go. Biggles, one sentence to close us off.
that was a fantastic motor race. I want to see some more.
Well, you can on Sunday evening. But don't forget, guys, tomorrow night we've got the TCR Season 6 free race from Alton Park, so you can get yourself involved in that one as well. That goes off round about 9:30 BST time. And then on Sunday is the Europeans of the PCUP Challenge Round 5 from Spa as well. And then you got the Round 4 of the Radical Sim Racing Endurance there. And then the IGP Fun Round 5 from Magny-Cours. And then also on Sunday we've got the Radical Sim Racers Americas on that one as well, so stay tuned for that one, guys, as well. But for now, that brings us to the end of the broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us. If you are watching it back, don't forget to subscribe, turn on the bells, give the video a big thumbs up. That would be absolutely amazing. And from myself and the mighty Dean Biggles this evening, take care, have a great week, and you never know, we might see you on the track sometime. Good night.